Hello. Today I am going to give you a review of the Frederick Running Festival Half Marathon that I did this past weekend. And just to share my experience, this may be one that you will want to try if you live in the area. Like I told you, Corrigan Sports always throws a phenomenal event. So I'll give you a quick synopsis of how it went down. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome to Temple Running with MJ Smith. I am MJ Smith, and if this is your first time here, welcome. And if you are returning, hey, and welcome back. So today I'm going to give you a review of my experience during the Frederick Running Festival in Frederick, Maryland. This is another Corrigan Sports event. As you know, Corrigan Sports does all kinds of events through Maryland pretty much, and one of the races was in Delaware, but they pretty much stay in this area. So if you are in the DMV, this may be one that you're interested in. And if you're in any of our surrounding areas, because I know a couple people that come from Philly for the Corrigan Sports events and other surrounding areas. So definitely check them out. They are always great events, well put together. I usually have no worries. The courses, the courses are like, sometimes not as great, but they do put on very, very good events. And the swag is usually pretty nice. Kind of like this super nice quarter zip that they gave us for this one. Y'all, this is embroidery, okay? I'm just trying to let y'all understand the quality. If you could feel this, it's really nice. I was very, very delighted and impressed. Even getting this swag in the middle of July, I was not mad at it because it's just that nice, seriously. So super happy with the swag. But anyway, so it was in Frederick, Maryland, which was about which was about an hour from my house. Was it an hour? Yes. Sorry, had to recall. It was about an hour from my house. So I woke up that morning. The race started at 6:30. I made sure that I left my house by 5 so I could be there at the race by 6. I usually don't need a lot of prep time before. Some people like to be there like an hour before. I do about 30 minutes. So I was smart enough this time to have my package mailed to me, so that I didn't have to do the 80 miles, the hour there and the hour back, or I have to get a hotel room. Because I just felt like it was in that gray area where it was like just close enough that I didn't want to go get a room, but just far enough that I didn't want to go back and forth just to pick up a packet. It's kind of like the Baltimore 10 miler. I put myself through that misery. I will do it no more. I will be paying the $15, $20 to mail me my package to save me from going. Before the pandemic, I used to like to go pick up my package because I like expos. Like, it exposed me to new products, what was going on in the running world, great deals at some of the booths, just the, the networking and the talking to other runners. Like, I liked expos. But since we aren't getting expos at this time, there's really no reason for me to make it to a city early enough or, try to fight traffic or long distance just to go pick up a shirt and a bib. So I am on the train. I got it now. I pay the money. I let them ship it to me. It's just adds so much convenience to the situation. So anyway, got this in the mail along with my bib. And so drove the hour out that morning, left the house at 5, got out there. The traffic, they had somebody almost right away. Before I even got to where my GPS got me to the race, I saw some folks flagging folks down, telling them that this was where to park. I pulled in there. It was kind of like in a field and everybody was just kind of parked. So we just did that. They made sure we were far enough apart that we could get out. And it was plenty of parking for everybody. No cost. Love free parking. Love convenient parking. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I just got to the parking for the Frederick Running Festival half marathon this morning in Frederick, Maryland. It was about an hour drive. I got up and left the house at 5 so I could be here by 6 because start time is 6:30. So been drinking a little Gatorade, got some raisin toast and a banana. So just trying to get fueled up, get ready to go. They had us park in this lot. It's like grassy field. And they were directing me to park in some tall grass, and not doing tall grass. It is a little wet out here. They must have had some rain this morning. It was not raining by my house, but I saw a few sprinkles on my way in, so the cloud must be moving. But we are not expecting rain during the race today, thank goodness. So weather is about 70 degrees right now. I think it's supposed to pretty much stay there, high of 73 within the next few hours. So I think I can get through that. For a July race, that is not bad. It could be so much worse. I woke up one morning last week or the week before, and it was 79 degrees when I woke up. So I can do 70 to 73 degrees pretty good. So I'm gonna get out this car and go and start, stretching, hit the bathroom, do all that pre-race stuff, because I really don't have a lot of time. It's 6:03. I don't have a lot of time before I need to be out there and getting ready to start. So my shirt today says be strong, be beautiful. So that's the message. My plan is just to get out there and rock it as much as I can. So I will see you all when we get out there. So got out, walked to the start line area. They had, of course, several lines with porta-johns. None of the lines were overwhelming. They had plenty of bathrooms, which was awesome. Got to the start line. The start line was just a little congested where we were, but not too bad. I just kind of stood off to the side until the race got started. Then I kind of got out there so that I didn't have to stand, kind of bunched up with a bunch of people. I am still trying to keep some COVID consciousness in my life. So once the race got started, I did not start in my wave. It really didn't even look like the waves were really split up in any order, which was uncommon for a Corrigan Sport event because all the other ones I had been at, had distinct waves. But this one was a little more just a gaggle of folks. And it was lightly raining. I mean, the weather was really good. Like, it was humid. Very humid, but for mid-July, it felt much better than I expected it to feel out there. So we got started. The course was mostly along roads. All the roads were blocked off. No issues there. I felt good that whole race. Once again, I felt like I started too fast, kind of like I did at the Peachtree. But I was like, okay, Michon, you did the Peachtree last week, but this ain't no 10K, girl. You got to go twice as far. So you need to stop running so fast. And that's what I think that I've always done to myself. I mentally slow myself down. My body is saying, you can do this. You're trained, you're ready. But I have this huge fear of running out of gas. So I will always slow myself down, even when I can probably keep going and make it at the pace that I'm going. So I've been doing a little better my last few races of just kind of giving my body that opportunity that it's trying to take to go a little faster. And it's actually worked out. So did the race. Oh my goodness, do y'all see me looking like a shaggy wet dog? This is crazy. This is insanity. It was so humid out here, but it was cool and there was no sun, as you could see. It was a good race. Most of it through neighborhoods, a few hills, not too many. There was a killer one towards the end that almost, I don't do real good with hills at the end, but got over that. And then we had to come around a track at this fairground, which I think is like a dog track, but it's dirt, and so it was wet, and so it's like your shoe was digging in instead of like bouncing off like it would on pavement. So that was a tough last quarter mile or so. And then their course was off by like almost a quarter mile. Almost a fifth of a mile. But
It was fine. It was off the whole time, so I kind of expected at the end. I was really hoping it would make up the time at the end, but it did not. Ended the course at like 13.3 instead of 13.1, but it's all good. Like I said, another good race. Here's the medal. Not as big, but it does have this little turn feature, which is cute. But another medal earned, and whew, I'm sure I'll talk about it more on the show, but I always like to give y'all that right after I finish the race review, so I don't forget anything that I wanted to say right after I cross this finish line. But finish line festivities are in full effect. I think they're letting kids be out here and families, which is different because all the rest of the races were pretty like closed off just for runners. But they have jumpy castles and music and stuff. So I'm thinking they're doing like a post-race festivities for the finishers and their families. So that's pretty awesome. But I'm gonna wait for a couple folks that I know to come over the finish line so I can congratulate them. I did pretty good time. I think I'm probably at like 1:53 or something like that, maybe. We'll see. Anyway, another one done. And this was half marathon number 50 for me. So I'm at a good even number. That's awesome. I was supposed to reach 50 in 2020, but that's okay. We got here, and we're just gonna keep going. So thank you. Back to the studio.
Like the course ended up being about 13.3. And when I tell you everybody's watch said 13.3 that I asked, everybody's watch said it. So I really think the course was long, and my watch said like my pace was like 8:30 something, like 8:36 or something. And then when they sent me my official time, it was like 8:40 something, because they're still clocking me at running 13.1 in the time that my watch is clocking. I ran 13.3. So I'm just gonna say, Corrigan Sports, that was a little long. Everybody's watch said 13.3. That course was long, but that's okay. It was a great course. It was a great day to run it, despite it being July, because this race was supposed to be in May and they moved it to July, and it worked out. It didn't burn us up. I was very, very hesitant to do a race in July, but it worked out. It was actually a really good race. Wasn't too hot. I got some great swag. So I get to the finish line. I get this medal, and the medal is cool. It's a nice medal. It's small for a Corrigan Sport event. I think this one might be smaller than the 10 miler. And one side says, has the Maryland flag. The other side says Run Fest. So very neat medal. I love the turn effect. And so I wasn't mad at it. I was like, okay, very much commemorative of the event. And then I'm standing there and somebody comes up and they're like, hey, did you sign up for the BFD challenge? And I'm like, I think so. And the BFD challenge is if you do the Baltimore 10 miler, the Frederick Running Festival, and the Delaware Running Festival, which, as you know, I've done all three. But I didn't think you got it until after you did the Baltimore half marathon in October. So I wasn't looking to get it. But apparently you get it for these three. And then if you run Baltimore 2, you get this King Crab challenge, which is a whole separate challenge, which you get some great bling too. But y'all, look at this medal that I got for the BFD challenge this year. So this is the BFD challenge. Stands for Baltimore, Frederick, and Delaware. But it also stands for Big Freaking Deal. And this medal is a big freaking deal. It is so big. It has another turn feature. So it shows that you did the 3 races. So the B is also a 3. I mean, and you could get it in gold like this, or they offered it in black with silver accents on it instead of the gold on gold. This was the highlight of my day. I mean, I enjoyed the course. But after you get this medal and then you turn around and get this medal, you're kind of like, this was the highlight of the day. This was the star of the day. So y'all know I live for the bling, and this is the kind of bling that I run for. So super excited. Thank you, Corrigan Sports, for having these additional opportunities for us to earn more bling. I am super excited to add this to my wall. Oh, after the race, There were some booths set up. There was beer. There was music. It kind of almost felt like the old after race festivities. So that was pleasant. I got to stick around and kind of take some pictures with some folks and talk to some folks, see how they enjoyed the race. I love that about races, and I miss that about races. So it was actually nice to have that in my last 2 races that I've done. So appreciate that. Another great event, Corrigan Sports. I will definitely do this race again. That is all I have for you today. If you have not already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit that bell if you want to be notified when I upload new videos. I try to upload new videos on a weekly basis, so definitely hit that bell so you will know when I upload them. Also, if you don't already, please check me out on my running blog on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I post my run journey there, and if you follow me, you know I'm doing my first actual plan for a marathon training. So trying to stick with the plan and get under 4 hours is my goal in the Marine Corps Marathon in October. So you can check all that out on my page. I also like to follow some of your run journeys. So definitely go and check it out. And until next time, are you in?